Welcome back to another tutorial. Today we'll be creating a complete design. What you need to do is select your line and place it. This will serve as a grid line for us. Move it to the other end and type 8 meters, that's 8,000. Next we're going to offset it in with 1 meter. Then from the other side we're going to select the line and offset it with 4 meters. Next, I will check the space between, which is 3 meters, so I will divide it into 2, making it 1/5 each. Below, I will drop a horizontal line and raise it up to 5.5 meters. That's 5,500. This space here will be our living room space. So I'll offset it down with 1.5 meters and then offset it again with 2 meters. Next, I'm going to create where the staircase will be. So I'm going to give the space to 2,300, and then where the kitchen will be, I'll make 4 meters. So these are the grid lines. Next, I'm going to use my wall. I'll go to the wall settings. You can click Ctrl T, then change it to 225 or 9 inches. I will deselect these 3, chain them, and change the material to paint titanic white and click OK. I'm going to place my walls around this line. Follow what you see on the screen. I'm making use of center to center. And give this space for the entrance, and I'm taking it up. Feel free to pause the video if it's faster than how you want it to be. We're looking for the middle to divide the store and then the bedroom for the other room. Next, I'm going to select my door, go to the settings, remove the offset from the ground as 100, then select a design type and a handle. I will leave it as 900 for now and click OK. I will place the exterior door. Don't worry about the dimensions. What you need to do is place them accordingly. I'm placing the doors. And I just remembered that there's supposed to be a wall there, so selected the wall tool and then place it. Then go back to my door tool, place the door to the kitchen, the door from kitchen to the store, then door from the BQ to the toilet, place the door to the BQ, and then the door to the kitchen. There you have it, our ground floor. I will select the doors that I need to change to 750 and write 750, then select this front door and make it 1, 2. Next, I will select a sliding door to access from the foyer to the living area. I'll go to my face story and then trace what is on the ground. You can rewind, feel free to rewind if it's going faster than you. I'm going to put my external walls. What I'm doing here is trying to get the bedroom space, and this is just a sample, so when you're about to create your own design, you can feel free to come up with a different concept for floor plan, but for now you can follow my guide. I'll make sure that I put my mouse in the middle so that it will give me the point where I can put the middle dimension. I'm dividing this space and closing this space up. Next, I want to provide 3 spaces here, so I will need an extra meter. Here I'm holding shift so that it's going to guide me to the other wall, and I will need 2 meters for my toilet, and I'm going to extend the wall to the other side. I will delete the wall I placed inside as a guideline. Next, I will select this Ctrl-D control and type 2 meters. I'm holding Control here to cut out a little bit part of it. Then I'm holding Alt to select the door from the ground floor so I can start placing my doors. I'm placing the bedroom doors, and I'm cutting this space so that I can have access through the closet. I'm placing the toilet door. This is a study door, and the toilet door. So I'll select the toilet doors, the 2 toilet doors, and change them to 750. Because we have 1 extra floor, we can create as many floors as we want by clicking Insert Above. We'll go back to our story 1 and select the walls. Make sure where you're marking will select everything. Select all the walls, Ctrl-C, go to the next floor and Ctrl-V, pasting it. Then go to the roof floor, which is the 3rd floor, and place your wall around it, just like I'm doing. Hold Shift here, click, 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 and click. You can check out our 3D now to see what we've done. This is what we've done. Look how amazing it is. We've really gone far. What I want to do now is place a slab. So I'll take the center point from one end to the other end, select it, and then use the subtract tool to cut it out. Then I'm going to use the offset tool to offset to the main size. I'm going back to the settings to change it to 150. Then I'll select the surfaces and change the middle surface to titanium white, and then change the main surface to tan 3030 tiles. I'll select it and copy the slab, and I'll paste it here. Hold Shift to select this, and click the edge to give you this option and extend it to the front. I need an extra space in front, so I'm going to use the node to place it on this point and extend this space by 500. What I'll do here is copy it, Ctrl-C, come here and Ctrl-V, which is paste. If you go to our 3D, we can see what we've done. We added slabs, but this top we can't leave it like that, so we'll go back to our story 3, select the walls up there and reduce the size. We can reduce it to 1.2 or 1 meter, it all depends. Make sure you take it to not linked, and you can put any dimension you want. This is how it will look. Next, we want a shape, an L shape from the top to the bottom. So what we will do is create an extra wall in front. This can be done on site as plaster effect or any other thing, but we're going to make use of 1 meter since our top has 1 meter, exactly like this. I'm selecting it and I'll extend the bottom to where the slab begins, and I'll extend the top to where the parapet begins. I'll select this. I can shift it in 3D, but this time around I'm shifting it in 2D. So select it on the floor plan and extend it. Then I'll hold shift and select these two and lock them together. I'll select these two as well and join them. So this is what we have. Our design is coming out great. What I want to do is provide a form of railing, but in this design I'll put a little slab, a little wall, a size of 500. I'll click OK and I'll place it here, place it here, and place it here. I'll select this slab and make sure I extend the slab to the end. I'm going to copy these walls and I'll paste it here. Ctrl V. If we go to our 3D, you can see it here. It's a choice now. The slab up there, if you have a certain design that you want, you can actually do that. I'm selecting this wall and extending it to the top. This is the slab I'm talking of, and if your design, if you would like to leave it like this, you can do that, but me, in this design, we're extending it to the front. Yet again, we don't want this little space that is there, so we have to change their locking position. When they are all center to center, they tend to do this, so I will bring it down and shift it. Then I'll select the wall that is center to center and extend it to the end. With that, they will not create that little gap. Oh, I just remembered, we are going to have an extension in front. Let's make it 765. Check out our 3D. It's coming out nice. Next thing we will do is to select all our doors, and then we'll extend them by 2.4 from 2100 to 2400. I want all my doors to be high, and I don't want this little space, so I will have to create a ceiling. I will go to the 3rd floor and provide a slab there. What I will use is just a simple slab. I can select this and copy the slab below and paste it up here. This little extension, I'm going to take it back. You can see it in our 3D how it looks. I'm going to extend it because I don't want this little extrusion, so I'll extend it to the next line. Here I would like to cover this space up with little design, so I'm going to extend the slab. I'm using plus to add the slab to what we have already. Then I'm selecting this wall and I'll change the settings. I'm going to reduce it to as low as 100. Then I'll place it. I'm shifting it. And follow what I'm doing here. I'm just giving like 50 in the middle. Control U to increment and spread. So I'll increment and then I'll spread it. I don't like that little space, so I'll add the last one. I'll select all of them and group them, Control G, so that at any time I want to select them, I'll select them together. I'll go to the materials and change it to dark gray and click OK. If we go to our 3D, we can see how it looks. Let's go to our first floor and put a railing, glass railing. Select it and go to the settings. What I don't like about this railing is the top wood, so I'm selecting it and removing it. Click OK. Click the first point, the middle point, and the last point. Double click that end to end it. You can also right click to end it, but I like double clicking. Next, we are going to place it on the second floor, just the way we did the other one. Double click when you get to the end. There you have it. Next thing I will do is to place my window. I'm using this window 27 on the basic window design. I'm going to use double hung, so that at any time the user of the house can slide each side of the window up or down. I'm going to the material shadow and changing the material to metal, so iron metal, and then this glass I'm changing it to glass blue. This is to help me see clearly where my window is. I'll place it around that corner, and there you see how it looks like. Next, I want to make sure my south elevation is seeing the building, and I'm double clicking the south elevation. I'll use the polyline to give me a guide on how wide I want my wood design to be, because we are placing a wood siding. I can use morph, but morph is another tool to use some other time, so I'll use slab instead. I'll go to my floor plan, select slab, go there and then change this, place it. I'll shift it to the front and reduce it from 225 to, I'll remove 200, making it just 25. You can see it on the ground, and I'll go through my elevation and raise it up. When I do that, I don't need this polyline, so I'll select my slab, go to the settings, chain them, and change it to wood. Click OK. I would like the same pattern to repeat all the way up, so I'll go to my south elevation, select it, Control U, increment and spread. So I'll increment with a little space in between them, and then I'll spread them. I'll select all of them because there's a space up there, so I'll shift it up. And there you have it, a wooden design effect in front. Next, we would like to put a partial window, so that the person staying in that bedroom can access the balcony through the window. I'll go there and from my settings, I'll go back to window settings and opening. I'll make it fixed glass, and change the dimensions. I'll tweak the dimensions a little bit. I'll go to search options, H and V, to give me mullion grids. There I'll have 4, and here I'll have 1. Then I will change the thickness of the frame. I'll place the window. I'll remove the height from the ground and then make it 2.5. Hold Alt to select it so that I can place the same thing on the second floor. If you go to our 3D, you can see our design is almost complete. Congratulations if you've gotten this far, because it's not easy. Next, I would like to place other windows, so I'll select it and start placing windows randomly. You can place windows the way you like. I'll go to the first floor and do the same thing. Change the dimension of the window. First I'll make it face glass and then change the dimension for the toilet window. Toilet windows are mostly small, so I'll make it 500 by 600 and then top hung. I don't want my toilet windows to show, so I'll place them where you hardly see them. That's for the one in front. Go to your 3D. Hold Shift and select everything. Then hit Ctrl G to group them. The reason of grouping is so that we can multiply this building all together. I forgot to add stairs, so I'll select this slab and increase it to 450. I'll hold Shift and select the slab. Then I'll place a 3 meter by 300. I'll relocate it to the front and take it down by 150. Then I'll Control to get an extra. Then I'll raise it up to fit in with the design. Now I'll select the main building and then this new 2 slab and group them together. You can see it appears on the ground floor. I'll hit Ctrl U and hit OK. Select it and go all the way up to select this top, so that I'll have a reference for these 4 terraces. We have successfully multiplied the building to 4 units of terrace. What I would like to do is create an environment for it. So I'll make the slab 150 and take it down by 450. I will change the material to concrete and hit OK. Place it all the way and offset it by 4 meters. Then I'll offset the front as well by 3 meters. This will be the space required. In front, I will add a slab of 8 meters for the road. I will select it, go to settings, change the surface to asphalt. Next, I'll go back to my floor plan, select the wall, go to settings, change it to not linked and reduce it to 2 meters. Take it down by 450 and place it around my building. This will serve as a fence for the building. I'll select mesh and place it here to divide each house. I'll take it down so that there will be an access from that side. Next, I'll go to my 3D and reduce the height, take it down a bit. I'll go to settings and change the material to titanium white. I'll go to ground floor, select it, Control D, Control Alt, so that I can place it multiple at any space I like. I'll extend this to the end and take it all the way up. What I intend to do is to put a green area around the building. So you can place it however you want, or you can follow my design. Follow what you see on the screen. Next, I'll add lights. I'll go to my lamp tool, go to settings, select wall lamp, type 9. Reduce the width to 150 and increase the height to 600. Click OK. Place it at the middle of the wall. Copy it and place it on the other wall. Next, we'll put some ceiling light. Go to wall lamp settings. Select recessed spot. Increase the height to 50 by 120. Go to materials and change it to metal iron. Go to 3D and place it where you would like it. Go back to your floor plan to reposition it. I'll hit Ctrl U and OK to have about 4 spotlights in the same place. This is my design, by the way, so you can have yours in any style you want. I'll select this, go back to my ground floor. I will trace what is above and place it here. I'll select it and hit Ctrl U. This time around I will distribute 3 extra pieces. Hit OK. Select them and Ctrl G. I want to create a design on the ceiling to highlight where the light is. I'm creating a design here with a slab. I'll make it 75. Go back to my settings, ground floor or first floor rather. I'll extend this to the other side. I'll copy it, Ctrl C, and paste it here. Go back to my first floor, select this, copy it, and paste it. It came out more, so I'll rotate, shift it, and make sure it aligns to where the wall is, under the wall. I think for lights, okay, we're not done. We're placing it we'll place them here for the entrance. Some people like using chandelier. I'll use spotlights for today. I'll select everything to make sure they are grouped together. Reason because if I'm moving the building, they will all be together. So I'm grouping them. Select the building and the other objects that we group together and Ctrl G. Next we'll go to our floor plan. Hold Shift and select it, and then I'll increment and spread. I'll increment the distance and spread to make sure it's 4 in total, 4 units in total. I'll go to my 3D voila, there. Next, for rendering, I would like you to go to your browser and type PNG wing. A link is going to pop up and you click the first link you see, PNG wing. Type 3 or any type of vegetation you would like and select the vegetation of your choice. I believe here you can insert width and height, but we're not doing that today. Just click download the PNG, click download and follow this procedure. And and it will download. Next, we're going to select another style of tree. Go down, click download. Palm design, so I'll search for palm and select the one of my choice. Go to your downloads, and here I'm going to name them. The first three as T1, the second three as T2, the third three as T3. The plants will be P1 and P2. Go to your library and objects. Under embedded library, go to add new. Go to downloads and select all of them. And hit OK. What you will do is go to objects. Under visualization, you will see garden and select a shrub of your choice. Then make sure it's on the side. Use custom and then type in the letter that you used. Next, you can tweak in the settings so that it will look more realistic. And hit OK. I'll be placing mine in 3D. I'll go back to my floor plan settings, and there you will see it. I will drag it to the front and double it. I will select the two of them and group. Here's how it looks. I would like to have different style at the top there. So I'll select these two, Ctrl C. Go to the next floor, Ctrl V, and shift it to the other side. I will select them. Go to the settings and change it to P2. I downloaded only 2 plants. If you want more variety, you can download as many plants as you want. Next, for my 3D, I think I would like to go for extra vegetation around. So I remember the palm is T2, so I'll type in T2 and hit OK. I'll place it I'll just place it at the end. and drag it all the way down, and go to my floor plan and place them in many places as I want. Next, I will place some trees. I like using trees for its own purpose. Just like I used palm for its own purpose, I use house plants for its own purpose. So, just like you see on the screen, I can place it on floor plan, and I can also place it on I'll stretch it, and you can increase the height. For it to be proportional, I'll just extend it. For vegetation, I believe this is okay. Or we can add this elderberry to just fill up space. Select it and shift it. I'll go to my street lamp, select street lamp 4, reduce the height to 1 meter, and the shade diameter to 250. And hit OK. Using my 3D, I'll place 1 and then go back to my floor plan, select it and double it. Select the two of them and group them, and I'll move them to the other side. Our 3D is coming out nice. I would like to have my windows clear and with some curtains. So what I will do is I will go to my browser and type 3D warehouse. Because I've been on the website, it just showed me automatically. Click 3D warehouse. And type in curtain. Go to models, and you can see as many curtains as you want. Look for something simple, because the heavier it is, the more it's going to take time to render. So I use the first curtain I see, and I will download the SketchUp version. Once it's downloaded, I will go to the folder, and I will go to my Archicad and make sure that I am on floor plan, because that's how we import SketchUp objects. Make sure you're on floor plan, then you drag and drop it. place the object. You can go to your 3D and see how it looks. No, it's not really necessary. Hold Shift to select your object, hit Ctrl E on your keyboard, then rotate it. Place it at the appropriate place. That's where the window is. Don't worry that it's this long. What I'll do is Ctrl C, go to the next floor and place it. Ctrl V. With the marquee around, I'll click an outside space. Double click on the next floor, Ctrl V, and I'll click outside to place it. You can see that it has covered the view to inside. That is very important. I can do one option, but it might be complicated for you guys, which is hitting the fly through, go in and then select them one by one. Or there's a much easier method for you. What you do is these ones will be grouped together. That's first things first. And I would like to group the curtains together. So I'll go to my floor plan and hit Ctrl F. Ctrl F is to find. What do I want to find? I would like to find an object, and it has a specific dimension. So I'll go to Add, Parameters and Properties. I'll go to Geometry and double click Height and Width, and that's it. I'll hold Alt and select my object. By selecting the object, it will copy the parameters of the object to my Find tool. So I'll go to my 3D and hit the plus so that it will select the three and I can group them together. I'll also select my shrub and group them together so that when I copy the shrubs, the curtains will copy as well on all floors. So I'll go to my first floor, select it, and I would like to copy it. So I'll hit Ctrl U and click OK. I'll increment and I'll zoom out and paste it in 3 extra spaces. If I go to my floor plan, you can see that they are copied. From just the shrubs alone, you'll know that everything is copied. Next, I'll select my window and hit Ctrl A. I would like to change the material from blue glass to a clear glass. For this tutorial, I believe a clear glass will look nicer. I'll position my building and go to an empty space, right click and click photo rendering. When you click photo rendering, it will load, and within few minutes your rendering will be complete. The rendering on the screen just took 2 minutes 30 seconds. Next thing, we would like to improve our rendering. So I'll place a camera to look at the building, and I'll go into the camera. What I will do here is I'll use my orbit tool to orbit around and get a nice position. I'll go to this 3D projection settings and change it to 60 degrees as the angle. I'll bend it this way and click the horizontal plane 2-point perspective so that it will be straight. I will right click on my camera and modify the current with current view, so that if I move around and I double click on my camera, it will bring me back to the same position, unless I have to select the 2-point perspective again. I would like to change the two materials here. I have downloaded some materials already, so you can do that as well. In other tutorials, I will show you how to download quality materials. I will just duplicate this and give it a name, Wood 1, and hit OK. I'll go to my folder, click Add, I'll locate where I kept my material, select it and click Open. Click OK. I will change them so that they will be to proportion. Go to my sign render and then update sign render settings from basic. I'll remove the bump and the custom and leave the wood, the color. Next, I'll go back to my basic engine and create another new material, Wood 2. Go to Folder and select the second wood of your choice. Chain it. Here I'll increase it to 15.15. Go to sign render settings and then I'll update sign wear from basic. I'll remove the bump and the diffusion. I want to add displacement. And I want to also add the normal. You might not understand this now, but in other videos I'm going to explain to you how materials are key to getting finer rendering. This is a very rough render to show you how capable Archicad is. So I'm importing the normal. Next, I'm going to create an interlock material. Go back to my basic engine. update sine where from basic. I'll select these 4 doors and change them to wood 2. Our uniform door surface, select it and change it to wood 2. I'll select my interlock, change it from concrete to the new interlock material. Next, I would like to select, but they are 1-1, so I can't select them individually. I'll go hold Shift and Spacebar to select just the slabs there. Shift and Spacebar to select them. I'll swipe to the other side, Shift and Spacebar, and select it. Go to the last part, Shift and Spacebar, and select it. Because my camera is selected, I won't be able to go to the settings, so I will deselect the camera, go to slab settings, and change them to wood 1. I'll go to my camera 1, make it 2-point perspective and render. Lastly, I will change few extra things like the road. I don't like how it looks, so I'll go to my basic engine and select pavement asphalt dark. The size of the road is 8 meters, so I'll chain it and increase the size, which is the width, to 8 meters. Go to my sine where and update sine where settings from basic. I'll remove the bump, reflection, and diffusion, and I'll hit OK. In case your material does not align, the surface on your material doesn't align to how you want it to, you can always change it. I will show you just now. Example, it is not positioned the way I want it. The dash lines are supposed to be in the middle. What I'm going to do is I'll go to my document, creative imaging, align 3D textures, and set origin. Let me first start by clicking a random point. If that was the origin, this is how it's going to change. So now going back to the main one, if I click my origin, I want to set my origin from the end. So you can see my lines in the middle of the road, the dash lines are in the middle the way they're supposed to. The interlocks are too tiny for me, so what I will do is I will go to my interlock and increase the size. I will double it to whatever amount is there. So I will select it and go to size and increase it to 3 meters. And go to my basic and change it to 3 meters as well. And hit OK. And go back to my camera. Go to, there's photo settings and then there's photo rendering. So go to photo settings. I want to increase the size. I will chain it first and make it times 4 of this. So that's 2400 and 2400 pixels. Next I'm going to turn on the light. I'll just increase it up a little by, let's say 65, and that's all. Hit render. Here I'm trying to just reposition it a little bit to be better. And then click rendering. And after a short period of time, I'm going to fast forward this space because it will take a little bit while to render. So, and there you have it. After like 30 minutes, this is what we got. You can go to save as and save it as a PNG or JPEG or any format you want. I will write sample and I'll save it on my desktop. With these in-depth tutorials, I believe you can do much better than this. Thanks for watching.